Welcome back to Common Sense, Logic, and Reason. Today we're going to talk about Mr. Pookie and Mr. Ray Ray. Well, who are they, you may ask? Well, they aren't actual people in a literal sense. Pookie and Ray Ray are an excuse, and one of numerous excuses that are commonly used by black people to excuse away black behavior and to not have to take any personal responsibility for any matter. Well, what's the excuse? That anytime the argument ever gets about, negative interaction between blacks and police officers, police brutality or what police officers are quote unquote doing to us, anybody with any logic and reason would have to say, well, aren't we doing it to ourselves far worse? I mean, everything that you hear black people always crying about the police officers about, just about everything we do to ourselves far worse. So wouldn't logic dictate that we deal with ourselves? Well, the excuse is, well, they will admit that yes, we commit crimes against each other. We kill, basically, we are more responsible for the murders of blacks than any other race. However, when Pookie and Ray Ray kill blacks, they get charged and go to jail. But when a police officer kill a black person, well, they get paid leave. Okay, they get away with it. Well, is it true? Well, I can't think of one place to better debunk this nonsense than what is considered the nation's capital, that being Chicago. Now, in Chicago in 2016, had over 750 murders. Okay? In a city that's one third black, and blacks were responsible for 70% of the murders, mostly against each other. In 2016, Chicago had an unsolved murder rate of 79%, which means that there are a lot of black people in Chicago getting away with killing each other. As a matter of fact, there are more blacks in the city of Chicago getting away with killing each other than all blacks killed by police officers in the whole country. Okay, and that's all the killings. That's not just the small percentage of questionable killings. That's all the killing. So Pookie's and Ray Ray's being charged in Chicago? Not so much. And let's look at Baltimore. In the city of Baltimore, a city that's majority black, in which blacks commit the majority of the crimes, the majority of the murders, mostly against each other, Baltimore, on average, has a rate of 49% unsolved murder rate. Okay, so blacks in Baltimore are killing each other and getting away with it. And then let's look at here in the city of New Orleans. Okay, we have a clearance rate of 25% as far as homicides. In a city that's majority black, in which blacks commit the majority of the crime, the majority of the murders, majority against each other. Again, there are a lot of blacks in this city getting away with killing and shooting each other. And then let's look at Flint, Michigan. Flint, Michigan, a city that's majority black, 59%, have the worst clearance rate as far as murders go, homicides. They have the worst clearance rates. Now, as Tommy Sawyer say, niggas. Niggas acting like niggas. Now, again, you say Pookies and Ray Rays are being charged and going to jail. I'm pretty sure there are plenty of Pookies and Ray Rays who have been charged for killing other black people. But there's a lot of Pookies and Ray Rays getting away with it. I would say not only are Pookies and Ray Rays getting away with it, hell, Lil JoJo getting it on the action. Now, as far as being charged, we hide behind the excuse that blacks are being charged. For the whole Pookie and Ray Ray argument is based around blacks being charged. Well, in 2016, black people were responsible for 4,932 murders, again, mostly against each other. I mean, blacks, are we going to continue to hide behind while they're being charged to excuse away that amount of killing? I mean, that's a lot of murders. I mean, that's a lot of black lives if black lives are supposed to matter. I mean, let's look at it this way. Let's say that your daughter, or if you don't have a daughter, pretend that you have one. Your daughter is being raped every day of her life. Every day she gets raped. However, the police officer catch the guy every time and put him in jail, which means that they have a 100% track record of catching the guys who rape your daughter. You're telling me that your daughter gets raped and violated and traumatized every day of her life, but it's okay because the guys are getting charged? I mean, she's been violated every day, but the guy get caught, so it's all good? Really? I mean, that pretty much destroys the whole Pookie and Ray Ray argument. I tell you, if I can imagine Jesus right now, just a picture, imagining Jesus sitting in heaven at the right hand of the Father right now. I mean, just face palming at the level of stupidity on this damn planet. Now we're all guilty of doing stupid stuff. We are. So, no throwing stones in the glass house or whatever. We all do stupid things, but liberals just take stupidity to a whole new level. And niggas just take the cake. I'm serious. I always say that if there was some niggas and was love got to do with it, they would have took the cake before anime could have ate it. That cake would have been gone. Anyway, if you ever hear anyone pull the Pookie and Ray Ray card, but now you know, and knowing is half the battle. Until next time.